Hi, and welcome to AnimalZone. I'm Arthur von Wiesenberger, and this handsome fellow is Mikey, my adopted pit bull. AnimalZone is the A to Z on everything about adoptable pets. Whether you're looking for a bird, a cat, a dog, or even a tortoise, we've got experts who can share their knowledge and insights. So cuddle up with your favorite critter and join us as we explore the AnimalZone. This week, AnimalZone is in Santa Barbara on the beautiful coast, and we have got a show all about cats. I know, Mikey, not about you this time. We're going to go to the ASAP, and we're going to see some of their amazing cats and kittens. Then over at the Santa Barbara Humane Society, we're going to learn about cat behavior. Then Jeffyne Telson of ResQcats is going to introduce us to an amazing kitty. It's got so much in this show, and Mikey, I think you should jump for joy. What do you think? Almost. We'll be right back.
Bonjour Alex.
Bonjour Renaud.
Happiness? It's great food prepared the French way.
Chocolate eclair.
What makes you happy?
A touch of Paris.
Without the trip to France. Handcrafted daily in our bakeries especially for you. Indulge yourself.
Bon appétit.
Please visit Renaud's in Gelston, Santa Barbara, Long Beach, and La Cañada, Flint Ridge.
The Santa Barbara Humane Society is an independent, local, community-based nonprofit with adoptable animals ready to find a forever home today.
At the Santa Barbara Humane Society, we provide low-cost spay and neuter services and vaccinations. It's important for your dogs and cats to get vaccinated to prevent illnesses. And spay and neuter surgeries help prevent unwanted pregnancies and can benefit the health of your pet.
At the Santa Barbara Humane Society, we want you to adopt, not chop.
ASAP is a great cat organization here in Santa Barbara, California, and they produced a wonderful documentary about what they do for their 30th anniversary, and we're so proud that today we're going to premiere it right here on AnimalZone.
Trying to imagine what the shelter environment was like in 1989 before ASAP is nearly impossible now. Due to regular practices at the time, as well as limited space and options for care, the adoption rate for cats was only 10%, meaning that 90% of cats entering the shelter were euthanized whether or not they were healthy, sick, injured, or otherwise.
A persistent group of cat lovers petitioned the County Board of Supervisors, and through their persistence, the supervisors mandated that ASAP be formed and that the volunteers could care for the cats at the shelter.
Animal Shelter Assistance Program was born and immediately improved the adoption rate from 10% of all cats to 100% of adoptable cats at the shelter.
ASAP has programmatically changed the way cat care takes place in Santa Barbara County.
ASAP and its mighty team of volunteers and staff have implemented a number of expansions and programs that have drastically improved the care and well-being of the cats in Santa Barbara County. Veterinary care, a spay-neuter program, a complete shelter remodel, isolation and surgery rooms, our tiny lion training, lost cats, and our working cats programs have put Animal Shelter Assistance Program at the forefront of care and well-being of cats and kittens. To this day, ASAP finds homes for 100% of the adoptable cats that come through our doors.
ASAP is dependent on its volunteer base. We have active volunteers of close to 250. Many of the programs are all run by volunteers.
I've worked here at ASAP since 1992. I come here every Thursday afternoon I do a laundry for the kitties, and then if I have time, I like to play with them.
My name is Donna Peterson, and I've been here over 12 years. Well, working with kittens can be quite challenging, so I'm part of a very small group of people who do the neonatal kittens. So those are kittens from 1 day old up until about a month old, and that involves bottle feeding and progressing to solid food. What makes me stay at ASAP is that basically it's a very happy place. I think in life we're lucky to be able to be of service both to animals and people. I was a nurse, and so now I feel like I'm moving my nursing skills from people to cats and kittens, and it's been a nice transition.
In part because of her long-term stay, Muse was the featured cat on several of our adoption promotions. As a willing and photogenic participant, Muse was perfect for showcasing some of the more challenging adoptable cats that were looking for their forever homes. Muse had been at ASAP since 2017, and we never gave up on the hope that Muse would find her forever home, a special family and a space made just for her.
We were looking for a kitty for a long time, and we were scrolling through pictures, and we saw this beautiful picture of Muse out in her enclosure with her lovely wood background, her cute little beauty mark. We were like, oh, I'm pretty sure we need to go visit this cat. Muse was an older kitty, and people get really excited by kittens, but we've both already done kittens before, and it's so wonderful to be able to give an older cat a home, and she's just such a sweetheart. We couldn't imagine adopting a different cat.
And you know, Muse is one of those examples where, like, in a normal shelter she would have been put down. Like, I think she was in the shelter for 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Before we got her.
So we're just so grateful that they're here and they take care of cats, even older cats, and give everyone an opportunity to find a forever home, because that's not the case everywhere.
Allie and Nikolai have given her just the type of home she needed. Muse's adoption story is like so many others, including my own. As a shelter volunteer and board member, I have seen many cats overcome these challenges, including Leah, now Scania, who I adopted 1 year ago. ASAP began with a simple but crucial goal: to eliminate the euthanasia of adoptable cats and kittens, something that had never been done by a municipal shelter. Since 1989, that goal has been achieved.
The vision for ASAP is to continue leading on the cutting edge of cat sheltering, to continue to improve our programs, speed adoptions, continue to rely on the support of volunteers to run and manage our day-to-day operations, and to continue to save the lives of the cats of Santa Barbara County.
As ASAP celebrates our 30th anniversary year, we can all take pride in the remarkable achievements we have shared in saving the lives of cats in Santa Barbara.
The funds that we raise for these cats, that's what allows us to do what we do. It saves the lives of cats. There are cats at this shelter that would not survive at other shelters.
With your support, ASAP has been able to rescue close to 30,000 cats and kittens over our amazing history. All of us who volunteer or work at the shelter are forever thankful to our very compassionate donors and friends who give every rescue cat a chance for a new life.
Hey, take a look at these loving animals that you can adopt today. And don't worry, if someone beats you to the shelter, there are plenty more wonderful animals ready to find you and their forever home.
Every morning you could count on it being there with the rise of the sun. We're proud to say we've been there every day with you. the Santa Barbara News Press plans to continue sharing the news of the day with you all through the year and beyond. It's nice to know there are some things you can still count on. The Santa Barbara News Press, serving Santa Barbara since 1855.
Subscribe today. Call 1-800-654-3292.
Today we're at the Santa Barbara Humane Society in their cattery with Janelle and two adorable kittens.
Little babies.
Tell me who these little devils are.
We have Dancer and Dasher with us today. These are part of our little Christmas babies. We had a whole slew of them come in and we named all of them after classic Christmas words that you might hear.
And how old are they?
These guys are about 2 months old, about 8 or 9 weeks. So just about ready to go home, find their forever families.
And when you look at a little kitten like this, can you kind of tell what type of cat that might be a descendant of?
A little bit. You
I mean,
can
like,
kind of tell.
Is it Persian or Abyssinian or?
Sometimes, though we don't typically get too many of the exotics in here, but these guys, you can kind of tell from their coats already that this one's going to be more of a short-haired kitty, so domestic short hair. And this one right here is going to get a little fluffier as he gets older. So this one here is a longer hair, so domestic long-haired kitty. He does have some tufts in his ears, which are a little closer to almost like that Maine Coon style. So we don't know exactly for sure what he's going to look like when he gets older, but we can get an idea.
And these are bonded brothers?
These ones, they're not necessarily bonded. They are from the same litter, but they would be totally fine to be separated as well. So they're not super reliant on each other. So, but it is nice
to have two.
It's
right?
always nice to have two. It's really good for them, for their socialization. And here at the Humane Society, we do a 2-for-1 with the kittens. So yeah, so if you did decide to bring two little babies into your home, you would only be paying for the one adoption fee.
Oh, so you can double your pleasure, double your fun.
Absolutely, and it's great if you've got multiple kids at home, then they each have one that they can hold on their laps and love.
Well, wait, I want to hold on to one, please.
Absolutely.
Now, I always thought the kitten season was just in the spring, but is it year-round?
It can be year-round. Generally speaking, it starts late spring, runs through the summer into fall a little bit. This year we had a little bit later of a kitten season. But it kind of depends. We notice that when we see a lot of like really warm winters and then a cooler and rainier spring and summer, it kind of gets off track a little bit, but generally it's mostly like spring, summer, and then early fall with kitten season. Then it tapers a little bit more, but there are some that come in year round, so you can always find some kittens.
So when you adopt a kitten or a cat from the Humane Society, what are the transitional stages it goes through from the time it leaves the shelter to the time it becomes kind of a house cat?
Absolutely. So when you adopt, there are always things that you can do to help it transition. Usually they go through about a 3-day, 72-hour period where they're gonna be in adjustment. So they're gonna be really shy, kind of feeling out the home. They may wanna hide for a bit. That's pretty normal. They're in a completely new environment. They're, getting used to the new smells, new sounds. So give them that time to adjust. Then they're gonna get about 3 weeks to adjust to your routine at home. With cats, it's really important that they do have a routine. They really like, structure. They kind of set their internal clocks by it too. So find a routine that works for you and your family, and then make sure you stick to it even on your days off so that the kitties can kind of adjust. And then they're gonna go through another adjustment. It takes them about 3 months to really feel like they're at home and be completely comfortable with you. So we kind of do that 3-3-3, just kind of a good rule of thumb there to play off of. But there are definitely ways to help your kitties adjust to their new environment. Cats really need a place to hide and to feel safe. So you can give them a designated place like a bathroom or your bedroom or wherever you feel is going to be their safe place. When they feel a little overwhelmed, they're going to want to go to that place. Now, things that are really good with that, you can put their litter box there, their food there, favorite toys. A really big thing is boxes. Even just simple boxes are really great.
Like this.
We have hidey holes here in all of our cat kennels. And they're literally just really great cardboard boxes that are really sturdy. They've been designed specifically for cats. They can climb on them, they can go in them, play in them. There's 3 different cutouts that you can open them up. We actually sell these here at the Humane Society too, so we can absolutely send you home with some of those. But it's just gonna be a really safe place for your kitty. They're gonna wanna feel like, this is my bedroom, this is my safe space. So yeah, so those are really, really great tools to have. Scratchers, we've got all sorts of really fun toys.
Now, I've always heard that cats have an amazing sense of sight because of their eyes, which are, I guess, in comparison to humans, proportionally bigger than our eyes. And they can see at dusk, and they can see at sunrise, or even before. I guess it's part of their old predatory approach.
They sure can, yeah.
But they're nearsighted. They don't have an ability to see that close up.
Right.
So I guess their whiskers are what helps them for that.
Very much, yes. So their whiskers actually give them a little more of a sense. They can kind of feel things that we really can't imagine. It helps them detect vibrations. It helps them detect like a breeze that blows by. Even they can feel if like there's a close by wall, they can kind of feel almost like a gravitational pull.
Really?
So yeah, so they really, really help. They rely on those things. And kitties like this guy here that has the ear tufts, they kind of act about the same way for him.
So they're like
just
sensors
another
in a
little
way.
sensor. Exactly.
Well, Janelle, thanks so much for sharing them with us today and your information. Really appreciate it. And I think it's time for us to take a few kitties for a little walk.
Absolutely.
Maybe back to my home. We'll be right back after these words.
Thank you.
Hey, take a look at these loving animals that you can adopt today. And don't worry, if someone beats you to the shelter, there are plenty more wonderful animals ready to find you and their forever home.
Care for Paws was started in 2009 with the goal to reduce pet overpopulation and keep animals out of shelters, and also to ensure that pets can stay with their owners for life. We, from the get-go, established a free spay and neuter program that would help low-income pet owners fix their pets. So we provide shots, microchips, dewormer, flea treatment. We also have a veterinary intervention program. It's a way for us to help improve the quality of life for the animal as well for the owner, because when an animal suffers in the family, so does the rest of the family.
Today we're at ResQcats with the president of ResQcats, Jeffyne Telson, who is one of our favorites here on AnimalZone.
Thank you.
So good to be back with you and all your kitties. And you have a very special kitty that you want to tell us about.
I do. Thor is one of the kitties from 2019 that arrived here. I had got a call from a lady who had been taking care of him. He was found actually up in Santa Cruz area, emaciated and with a terrible eye infection. She actually worked for a veterinarian there, and 2 veterinarians said he's not going to make it and he needs to be euthanized.
Where was he found?
He was just found under some bushes somewhere as the only one, and he was a newborn. The lady was kind of like me, and she said, no, I'm not going to euthanize him. I'm going to give him my best shot. So she bottle fed him. She happened to be visiting Santa Barbara and heard about ResQcats and called and said, I've got a little kitten. He's got an eye infection I've been treating. Everybody has recommended you. Would you consider taking him? So I did. He went up directly to a foster in Santa Maria. Within an hour, I got pictures of his eye and how bad it looked, bulging, infected, and so we needed to do something immediately. None of the treatments had worked, and it was a tough decision because anesthesia for such a small kitten is very risky. But he was in a tremendous amount of pain, and treatment had not been working, so we had his eye taken out. And then you face the possibility of him not getting adopted because people would not see him as perfect. And unfortunately, the human race wants something that is absolutely perfect. Well, to me, Thor was already perfect, but I did worry about finding him a home. I got an email from two lovely ladies, had never met him. His pictures had been on Facebook and they fell in love with him and wanted to meet him and adopt him. Actually adopt him and then meet him is what they wanted to do.
So they had wanted to adopt him sight unseen.
Sight unseen.
Other than they saw the pictures online.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, that is a rare happening at ResQcats, because you hear, I want this, 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 and this, as if people are ordering a car. And it's kind of like, you know, they look the way they do whenever I get there. I can't manufacture them. So at ResQcats, we don't call these kitties with disabilities, we call them special abilities. And I think the symbolism behind them is that they offer us hope that even the frailest and the sickest, if they have a willing spirit and the best medical care that we can provide, they have a chance. And if for some reason they don't make it, at least I know in my heart that I have given them the best chance on earth. So Kelly and Julie adopted Thor, and he was just about an 8 or 9 week old kitten, and I think he's probably coming up on 5 or 6 months old now, and so you'll get to meet him and his adopters today.
Well, you're amazing, and I can't wait to meet the adopters of Thor. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we got more Animal Zone coming up. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
My grandfather taught me about the beauty of the rugs. Each one tells a story. Story about the person who wove it, the person who bought it, the person who inherits it, the person who treasures it. It's amazing how simply looking at an object can bring you back to a different place and time, or remind you of someone you love. At Santa Barbara Design Center, we want to help you find a rug that will travel through time with your family for generations to come. Visit us at 410 Olive Street and find your treasure today.
The Santa Barbara County Animal Care Foundation is dedicated to saving animals' lives, but we need your help to continue this critical work. SBCACF provides year-round medical and surgical care so that abandoned, homeless, or abused animals receive the best second chance at finding a loving home.
No animal is turned away from surgical care.
To learn more and assist us in keeping that pledge, visit sbcanimalcare.org and make a donation today.
If they can be saved,
we want to save them.
And we're back here on Animal Zone, here at ResQcats with Jeffyne and the adopters of Thor, Julie and Kelly. And Kelly, you're with the Humane Society, aren't you?
I am part-time. I'm the pet assisted therapy coordinator, so I take adoption dogs to various facilities.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And have you dealt with special needs cats and dogs?
Yeah, we have special needs, like right now in-house. We have one dog who's got 3 legs. That's actually not uncommon at all.
And what attracted you to Thor?
I think his story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, we saw his picture, and like from right then and there, we're like, we got to have him. He just made an impression, and we just knew that he had a hard life from the get-go, and we just wanted to give him a really good home.
So, Julie, when you adopted Thor, did you find that his special needs were hard to work with?
Oh my gosh, no. No, we have 2 other cats and 2 other dogs, and he's, you can see, he's great.
So there's no difference, the fact that he's got one eye missing?
No, I mean, he sometimes will track things, you know, but that's just him. So you can see he's doing great.
How does he get on with, now you've got a big dog, right? You've got a Malinois?
I have a Belgian Malinois, we have a Border Collie, a Siamese cat, and another rescue. Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a house full.
Yes, yes.
And he's just blended in right with everybody else? Yes. Or is he the boss?
He's the boss, right?
He's got poor boundaries.
Yeah.
Let's just say the other animals tolerate him.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. And when you see a cat like this, a lot of people shy away because they go, gosh, I'm going to have medical issues. I'm going to have, you know, a handicapped, I hate to use the word, animal. But that's not really the case. You actually have almost an animal with higher senses, right?
I saw this on Jeffyne's page and told Kelly, this is we have to have him. And so I emailed Jeffyne with a plea from my heart, please, please, please. And she emailed back and said yes. So we were like ecstatic.
You guys are really amazing. Now, are you going to get more animals, or
No.
have you reached your limit?
We weren't in the market in the first place. We thought 4 was good.
So you work with the CHP.
I do.
And do you ever take Thor out on a run with you?
I don't, but he does. I'm a canine handler with the CHP, and he gets along great with my dog, and my dog gets along great with him, Eddie. So yeah, they play with each other and the other dogs too.
So as long as Thor doesn't exceed the speed limit, he's okay.
He exceeds it all the time. He has a need for speed, let me tell you.
Oh, he's great. He really is. Well, you guys are amazing. I don't know. I think you should be the ambassadors to cats of all kinds.
Oh, thank you.
And really appreciate
This
you
is the
having us
hero
in.
right here.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
She made it happen.
No,
Yes.
you guys are.
You all
You
are
had to
heroes.
post him.
Yeah.
Well, if you read the email, I didn't say yes, I said absolutely.
You were happy.
I was overjoyed because I had almost 4 or 5 months already of I want this, 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 and this, and no, I don't want a black one, no, I won't take a mom. So Julie and Kelly sort of renewed my faith in the humankind. So every once in a while you just have an angel that shows up, and this time I got 2.
So we need more Julies and
We
Kellys in the world, right?
We do.
And they will take care of more Thors.
Yes. Not them, but at least this is a wonderful opportunity to Arthur to get the message out there that everybody needs a home.
Yeah.
So
And so if people want to know more about ResQcats, they can go online, right? You have a website?
I do. It's www.rescuecats.org, and our mission is to take in stray and abandoned cats and kittens and get them healthy, test them, vaccinate them, microchip them, and find homes for them. We've been doing this for 22 years now, and we've had over 3,200 adoptions.
Wow, that's fantastic.
It's a lot.
And if you need any volunteers or donations,
Absolutely.
they're all welcome, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you both for being here. And Thor, thank you. We're going to take a break, and we've got more Animal Zone coming right up.
Hi, I'm Carrie Burns, and I'm the Executive Director for the Santa Barbara Humane Society. And what we want you to know is that Humane Societies are local to each community. No one is associated with the National Humane Society. So when you donate or you adopt, know that everything that you touch is right there in your own backyard. We want you to donate, volunteer, and adopt. For more information, visit sbhumanesociety.org.
Bonjour Alex.
Bonjour Renaud.
Happiness? It's great food prepared the French way.
Chocolate eclair.
What makes you happy?
A touch of Paris.
Without the trip to France. Handcrafted daily in our bakeries, especially for you. Indulge yourself.
Bon appétit.
Please visit Renault's in Gelston, Santa Barbara, Long Beach, and La Cañada, Flint Ridge.
Weren't there some amazing animals and guests? You know, you who adopt animals from shelters, you are the true heroes. If you want to see more about AnimalZone and other things, check out our website, animalzone.org. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Never was a friend so true. Never was a friend like you. Canine, you're my best friend. Canine of mine, friend for all time. So glad you're my best friend. Through thick and thin, we'll see things through. Canine of mine, so true. find you or did you find me? Either way, it's still serendipity. When I saw you, it was plain to see you weren't just another lassie wannabe. Oh, canine of mine, friend for all time. I'm so glad you're my best friend.